My guest is an actor you know from shows like Seinfeld and Rules of Engagement, and starting January 13th, you can see him on a series of unfortunate events. Patrick, welcome to the show. So for people who don't know about Lemony Snicket, walk us through exactly who Lemony Snicket is for the one person in the world who doesn't know, and talk to us about the new Netflix series.
Well, Lemony Snicket would be Rod Serling with empathy.
Okay.
Because he actually is tied into the children in a way and the lives. He was in love with this woman, Beatrice, who married another man. They perished in terrible house fire. Lemony was once a suspect. I believe he was cleared. He's in the process of clearing his name.
Not good.
Not good, but very concerned for the children. He tells the story, so he's from the future and the past. It all seems very present day, but he comes up into scenes and disappears.
Now, what drew you to this project? Were you familiar with the books at all? You have 4 children. Did you read them to your children? Did they read them?
I have 4 kids. They would not read them because the moment they heard that the parents were perished in a terrible house fire, they would not read it.
Yeah, I can imagine.
And I tried to explain to them that these were terrible people. I will lie.
They deserve to die.
They need to read this literature. I will lie. And then they'll be like, they were good people, Mom. Well, you read the book and enjoyed it, right? They would not read the book because it was too sad for them. And I just think that means that they love their mommy and daddy so much they couldn't imagine the idea. Sort of a testament to good parenting.
To how great you are.
A great dad I am.
So what's it like to play a narrator? I mean, you have a voice of gold, so I would imagine you just walked in the booth, turned on the mic.
No, this is my natural voice. And it is truly a struggle to put this on. It's constantly like lifting weights to create this voice because I always want to default back to my natural voice, which is right up here.
So Count Olaf is played by Neil Patrick Harris. What has he been like to work with?
Brilliantly.
Brilliant.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Neil brought so much to Olaf. He had so much fun with it and brings so many different levels to him. When you have an actor as talented as Neil who goes through his own process and brings his own ideas and signature to a character, you know, it's really fun to watch. So it's been great.
And Barry Sonnenfeld.
Very.
Not since Men in Black, right? You guys re-teaming up again. What was that like to work with him again?
When I got a text from Barry.
You got a text?
Yes, a text.
And what did the text say?
Can you come to Vancouver for 5 months and do my new series?
And do you immediately say yes?
Of course, it's Barry.
It's Barry.
It's Barry.
So you say yes before you even know what you're walking into?
Well, I said, yeah, I would love to, but I had some conflicts and things that needed to be worked out, and they all worked out, fortunately.
Perfect.
But it's a dream to work with Barry, because Barry makes everybody look better.
So every episode was written by the author, Daniel Handler.
Yes.
How important was it to have him involved in the process as well?
Well, very much so in regards to the integrity of this. I think it's the best way to really now to tell these stories thoroughly and comprehensively without missing anything, because you're not trying to shove 3 books into one short movie. Now you take each book and it's 2 episodes, and so you can fully tell the story. And whereas both Barry and Daniel became uncreatively involved with the movie, they're very much involved in this. So this is very much Daniel's project and Barry's project.
Now, how do you prepare to play a narrator? How does that work exactly?
I think.
Do you narrate things around the house?
Talon is making a sandwich. Talon's my son. He's making a Reuben. Dad, shut up. I don't. I just thought about what that would be like. It'd probably annoy everybody. I don't know how you prepare to be, in general, to be a narrator. In this instance, it's all in the words. There are so many things that Lemony says that are non sequiturs, and there's humor throughout. And I believe it's important, as does Barry and Daniel, not to point out that, you know, people catch it or they don't. Violet, like most 14-year-old girls, was right-handed.
Like what?
It's an odd thing to say. So Lemony, I wouldn't want to hear Lemony go, Violet, like most 14-year-old girls, was right-handed.
Ba-dum-bum. Right.
You get it, you get it or you don't. So they're smartly written, they're fun, and I think that Lemony needs to be just earnest, dry. He does have that empathy and that attachment, and he's truly concerned about these children. And you find out pretty early what it is and just stay there.
Okay, we've got to talk about Seinfeld, though. Did you have any idea that that character of Putty would be so huge?
At the time, you did know, one thing you were cognizant of is that you were on hollow ground. You were very fortunate to be there because the first episode I did was during the 6th season of Seinfeld, so you can't believe that you're there, you know. And you wanted to come back. You wanted everything to work. That's why I would avoid Jerry, you know, because as sweet and generous and gracious as that gentleman is, and I love him to death, I was just nervous that I'd put my foot in my mouth or say the wrong thing. I didn't want to bug him. I mean, what am I going to talk to? So, how do you like this, Jerry? Things are going great, huh? I mean, what am I? All I want to do is hit my marks, get the laughs, and then have them go, that works, let's bring it back, you know. Me opening my mouth is not going to do anything to help the cause.
So what's next for you?
Hopefully go back and finish up the whole, all 13 books of Lemony. But immediately next, we have an event that benefits St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. It is the #1 event in the nation. It's the greatest hospital in the world, you know.
It is.
And their cause is to fight catastrophic pediatric cancer and disease.
Well, thank you so much, and thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so much.
You were fantastic. Can you do my voiceover? Give me a voiceover tip of some sort?
A voiceover tip?
Yes.
Well, you got to get in there and come up with something or just create something, whether you're right or you're wrong. They just want to see something that's different.
That's different.
So for voiceover, it's all about playing and experimenting. Never think about what do they want to hear. They don't know what they want to hear.
Well, thank you so much for being here, Mr. Warburton.
My pleasure, Lola.
It was fantastic.
My pleasure, Lola. We're roll changing.
You were divine. Thank you.
It's a pleasure.
So when can we catch the show, finally?
Lola, all episodes of a series of unfortunate events start streaming on Netflix Friday the 13th.